Well, talking about meeting guys and guys not meeting, we got to go to, there's the rumors of this heavyweight tournament in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Your son versus Usyk, Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Can you see that tournament actually happening?
Not without Tyson, no. No, definitely not. And to be honest with you, Tyson's in a position now where, again, he's using his wit and his brains, what he's been bred with. You know, this is a golden opportunity for Tyson. He's at the pinnacle of his game now. It's never going to get any better for Tyson. So what you do, make it count. Get as much money out of it as you possibly can. And that's what he aims to do. You know, let's just, they're going to have to have a very fat checkbook, but Tyson will fight. He'll fight them all one after the other. But they've got to pay for that privilege. They've got to pay for it. You know, and I must say again, I'm tired of saying it. Tyson never pulled out from a man in his life.
So what happened with the Usyk negotiations?
Tell you what happened with him. Usyk never wanted to fight Tyson. He wanted to make a big man of himself, say stuff thinking Tyson won't take it on. The Furies fear no one, but this is a business. And all Tyson was trying to do is make as much out of it as he could, and he wasn't being greedy either, because that's all he is worth, 30%. Because let me tell you something, you can put all them men in a line, put them in a bag, shake them up, pick one out, it's whoever you like, they're all on the same level. Tyson will beat them all, every one of them. Deontay Wilder is the dangerous man out there. I can't stand the man. I did him with a piece of 3x2, I'd look at him, but I've got to say, he knocks them other two cold out. He does. He don't stand a chance. Usyk, he'd knock Usyk up in the air like a kite. You know, and he'd do the same to AJ. You know, and at the end of in that tournament, the only people you're going to see fight is if it wasn't the way they want to pick it, because what they want to do, I think they want to match Joshua with Deontay Wilder, Usyk with Tyson. You know, there's only two men going to be fighting again, isn't there? And that's him and Wilder. And I wouldn't want to see that again, because I've seen it 3 times already. But that's what's happening in Saudi. It'll be Deontay Wilder and Tyson in the final, because them two's out on their own. Because if Deontay Wilder couldn't punch, he wouldn't be worth a fish supper, because he can't box for shit. But he can hit the side of that wall and knock a hole in it.
And those are the words of John Fury. And let's start from the beginning. The tournament, no. Tyson Fury wanting more money. Nothing wrong with making the most money that he possibly can from the particular situation, from the opportunity that was presented to him. And let me counterpunch and dissect on through what John Fury was talking about without stopping and going. Well, if that was true, what John is saying, meaning there was nothing wrong with what Big John Fury was saying, but there's just too many contradicting things in it. First off, you know, yeah, you want to do it for the money, but then, of course, we all know that Tyson said he's not doing it for the money. He said, look, we're all these top boxers and we all make all this money. Me, Deontay, Anthony, Joshua, Usyk too. We've all made a lot of money. So that's not the case. I'm a Spartan. I don't care about money. I don't care about fame. I don't care about titles. I don't care about anything but knocking MFers out. Remember that. Okay, that's a lie. Then he says, well, I want to do it all for the money because that's what it's all about. And Tyson wants to make more of it and the most of it out of the opportunity that was presented to him with the Usyk opportunity. Okay, well, obviously you didn't, because fighting in Wembley, sure, the gate will be a certain amount, but then the pay-per-view would be a certain amount. But that's not even comparable compared to Saudi Arabia. Tyson Fury knows that. Nothing beats a guarantee. I heard Timothy Bradley on True Media TV today, and I'll do another video about that. But he mentioned that guarantees are that's the most best business sense and best option that you can actually pick as a boxer. Guarantee. Because everything else is up in the air. Nobody really knows anything. They know about statistics. They know about upsides. They know the algorithms and the analytics. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day until all that comes out. then they'll see what they got, and then they'll try to rip the fighter off anyway because they're just the pure person that's, doing the work. But they're not getting the most of what it is unless they own the network or whatever that they're fighting on, which they don't. Okay? So him saying Tyson's just doing it and trying to make the most money out of it, I don't believe that either. That's a lie. Why? Because Tyson Fury got everything that he asked for. That's why it's going belly up on Tyson Fury. That's why the statistics on who the public, not me, the public feels who jumped and bounced out of those negotiations, or who's at fault from that fight not happening. And everyone, and more people are saying Tyson Fury than anything else. It's only 6% of the people saying it's Usyk's fault, because Usyk is the guy that agreed to 30%. Now, speaking of 30%, John spoke on that, saying that Usyk did not want to fight. He just wanted to make a name for himself and wanted to appear like the bigger man. Well, John, it's kind of hard for you to prove that when Tyson Fury was showing everyone that he was trying to be as difficult as possible to give that man a chance. The way John Fury talks about Oleksandr Usyk, along with his son Tyson Fury, it's almost that they might as well be fighting a little version of Otto Whaaaat in there. And Otto Whaaaat was a decision like, give me that guy, fuck it. Let's fight him, bring him in, I'll sign the contract, let's beat him up. Okay, no discrepancies, no complications, no drama, no lies, no deceit, no contradicting statements, none of that. That's what it's supposed to be based on the way they're talking about Usyk. Like he's this little itty bitty dude that came from cruiserweight or middleweight or whatever weight and came up here and he has no chance against beating me, the Gypsy King, the biggest, baddest man that came out his mother's you-know-what to fight and to become. That's what I don't understand about this. Now it's all, oh, no, Tyson never ran out of anything. No, what Tyson did, Tyson just kept disagreeing until there was nothing to really talk about. We went through all these different things that were already talked about, explained, agreed upon. Then we got to the money. That was the last frontier. I mean, the absolute last thing. And if you guys don't understand me, for people that don't speak English, God help you, I don't know what to tell you. But that was the very last thing. The split, the money was the biggest thing. In fact, that was the only thing. See, it was where it's going to be. Okay, Saudi Arabia, UK. Saudi Arabia, UK. But Saudi's out because Tyson asked for too much money. Usyk already agreed to his end. Let's refresh this. Usyk agreed to whatever they offered him. Tyson didn't agree with whatever they offered him. Therefore, we didn't have a fight. People thought we wouldn't have a fight in Saudi Arabia. I thought, and this is what my thinking, this fight ain't going to happen. Why? Because if it gets to the UK, the structure's different. There's no guarantee. Then it will come a split between who gets what from both fighters. Tyson Fury wanted 70%. And guess what? Usyk took that. And it's like, okay, shit. Then, all right, how about this then? If you take 30%, motherfucker, how about we have no rematch clause? Then that's when things started getting corrupted and sketchy. How? Because no one had talked about rematch clauses for the longest. Why? Because the rematch clauses people were already agreed upon. So that means something that we had got over the hump with. That hurdle had been jumped and made. No tripping, no bullshit. Nobody fell on the track. No, both men jumped over that hurdle a long time ago with the whole situation with the rematch. The rematch was 50-50. Then Tyson goes and rehashes and says, let's run another run around. Oh, there's a hurdle now. See, we got to talk about the rematch clause. Well, how about 50-50 in the rematch clause? Well, what are you talking about? Or how about no rematch clause? Okay, well, we already agreed on that. So when you go back and start talking about shit that already been agreed upon, That lets someone with logical sense know this motherfucker don't want to fight and he's fucking with us. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to pull the plug. You know what? We're going to do this. Hey, we're going to do this. We're going to pull the plug. They pulled the plug. Why? Because they knew Tyson was fucking with them. Because that had already been agreed upon earlier. That was nothing that was even a debate. Now all of a sudden it's a debate. People, use your mind. Use your brain. Use common sense. Now Big John says, after it's been a month or so, right, that fight's supposed to happen yesterday. Right? The biggest fight of the heavyweight year. Supposed to happen yesterday on the 29th of April. Now John's saying, Usyk never wanted the fight. Okay. Let's make it easy. If Usyk didn't want the fight, Usyk would have had easier, I repeat, easier ways to get out of this fight if he didn't want it. He wouldn't have called Tyson Fury out. He wouldn't have negotiated. He wouldn't have sent his manager the fuck over to UK for a few days to get told the same bullshit about the 60-40 and the 50-50 and all that with the percentage. That wouldn't have even happened. Okay? He wouldn't have called him out at all. You know, he wouldn't have sent his guys over there to the UK. He wouldn't have called out Tyson Fury at all. It wouldn't have even went that far if Oleksandr Usyk was just comfortable with being a unified champion instead of an undisputed champion, right? Which is total unification. So if it was like that, that means that a person that was undisputed at cruiserweight got the heavyweight, became a unified champion, but didn't want to fight one more person to become undisputed champion in two different weight classes like he was in the last one. I just find that unfucking believable because I don't even see the logic in that with Oleksandr Usyk. Nobody can be that scared of Tyson Fury because, believe you me, he hasn't fought enough people to be that scared of. Wilder. Now, let's get to that. He was right about Wilder. Wilder's not a good boxer. I believe he's getting better in his later time because someone that he's finally able to listen to without corruption and bullshit and ego, Malik Scott, is teaching him. But will that be enough to beat someone like Tyson Fury? Not in boxing, it won't. Can he chin Tyson Fury? He can chin anyone that he can hit. Yes, he is a puncher. But yes, if Deontay Wilder did not have punching power, his ass would be mincemeat. He wouldn't have made it as far as he made it at all. Guys like Harold Sconiers would have knocked him out years ago if he didn't do it then, because nobody can find the footage. So yeah, he's right about that. But basically all the other stuff, 2 out of 5 of the things that he talked about on this particular segment, shout out to Stamina for Sale, is absolute lies. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of John Fury stating that Oleksandr Usyk didn't want to even fight Tyson Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.